Heather. I'm part of the marketing team here at Heritage Community of Kalamazoo. Today I am here with another group of special guests. As part of Heritage Community's virtual wellness series, we have lined up experts from within the industry and within our own community to share their knowledge on topics such as clean eating, mindfulness, and an active lifestyle. 2020 has certainly been a year of change with the COVID-19 pandemic, but here at Heritage Community, we have our experts keeping us going and keeping us healthy. Today, I'm joined by Mark Hudgens, Wellness Director of Dining Services for Heritage Community of Kalamazoo. We're so lucky to have Mark with us as he's won many local and national culinary awards, and he's also an active member of the American Culinary Federation, and he's been a key component to our American Culinary Federation Apprentice Program here at Heritage. He's passionate about food and demonstrates it with a lot of flair. Today, Mark and our ACF apprentices are going to share with us on clean eating, nutrition, and give us a few quick pointers on something you can make on your own. Take it away, Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark Hudgens. Welcome to our HCK Culinary Network show. So today, thank you for having us. Marketing, it's great, glad to be here. Today we're going to touch on some of the 13 most best foods you can eat for inflammations. These are anti-inflammation foods. So how many times have you reached for the ibuprofen or swollen up, you've been working out, or you just your average day, just getting up and getting the pain, whether it be in your hands or your arms or your legs. So anyway, a lot of times we reach for that ibuprofen. So what if I told you you can get that same type of benefit through foods you eat? So some of the pros of that, well, I don't know if you knew this, but ibuprofen, it's good. It helps lower inflammation, but is it really good for your body, as far as your liver and so forth? You can't have too much of it. But what if we had some foods that you could have in place of that ibuprofen that you kind of eat on a daily basis? So we're going to talk about those and explore a recipe that you can add into your diet. It's quick, it's easy, something that you can do anytime. So anyway, we're going to talk about some of the 13 top foods that you can eat, and I'm just going to rattle a few off right now, but berries are an example of that. Fatty fish, which we're having today. We're having salmon today. So we're having salmon. So fatty fish is one of the items also. Broccoli, avocados, green tea, peppers, mushrooms, grapes, turmeric, virgin olive oil, dark chocolate. I know you gotta like that. Tomatoes and cherries. So especially here we are in Michigan State, home of cherries. So there's a lot of foods that you might already use in your diet on a regular basis. So we're going to add some more of those to your diet, and hopefully this will give you an opportunity for some pain relief without taking medicine. So anyway, what we're going to do today, we're going to do some sauteed fish. So go ahead, this is my apprentice Chad and my other apprentice Mia. So what they're going to do is first off, we're going to pan sear some salmon. So come on up here. Chad, why don't you go pour a little bit of olive oil in that pan there. So what we're going to do, we got some fresh Atlantic salmon here. We're going to put that, again, olive oil, great opportunity for anti-inflammatory foods. We also got, what I was talking about was the fatty fish, the salmon. So he's going to heat that pan up. We're going to put a little bit of this special HCK seasoning on there. It's just salt, pepper, some garlic, couple other things here and there, mysteries. And so we're going to put that, we're going to wait for that pan to get nice and hot. So when that happens, then we're going to pan sear it. So we're only going to do one at a time. But as we're waiting for that pan to heat up, inflammation, like I said, can be good or bad. So we're going to do ways to combat that. So although fatty fish are great in omega-3s and EPA and DHA fatty acids. So those have been known to lead to inflammation has led to like heart disease, diabetes, kidney disease. So these are things that can combat that. So Chad, go ahead and throw one of those pieces of salmon in there. We're going to pan sear it. Those are nice. Those are about 6-ounce portions. Okay, we're going to get that sauteing. All right. So get that little sizzle. We're going to put a little bit more A little seasoning there on the skin too. Okay. You always want to kind of start with the skin up and then flip it over. So it gives you a nice, better presentation. Over here, you see we're going to have asparagus. We got some fresh lemons and these fresh heirloom cherry tomatoes. So we're going to add that to the bunch here. All those things, the olive oil, the salmon, and the tomatoes are great inflammatory foods that will help with positive body health. So pain management as well. So we're going to get those, cutting up those tomatoes there. So they found out that, like I said, that fatty fishes boost high amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, which are EPA and DHA, which, like I said, have anti-inflammatory effects. So great options there. And as you can see here, the fish is starting to cook through, right? Looking good. All right. How's that looking, Chad? Looking good? All right. Let's go ahead and flip it over and see what we got there. Nice color. Is that nice? Okay. And one of the things we're going to serve with this today, so, we're always trying to look for things that are fast, convenient for you as well. We're using this Uncle Ben's. It's ready rice. It's a whole grain medley. Great nutritional value, low in sodium. A lot of great things in here. Only 220 calories per serving, so that's not bad. Zero saturated fats. Because saturated fats are bad for you. They actually promote inflammation, so you don't want to have those. So anyway, very little sugar in there too. So we're going to let that cook, and actually we're going to serve our salmon on this. So there's all different flavors that you can get in this. There's quinoa and rice and wild rice, so whatever you're hungry for. So some options there. So right now we're finishing the fish up right now. Let's flip it over one more time. Can we put it on its side? That way we get a nice, keeps all that moisture in there too. We're pan searing the outside. It's going to keep all that moisture in there. A lot of times with fish, if you notice, fish is to be done like 145 degrees. So a lot of people will cook it up to over that, and what happens is it gets overcooked. So we're going to turn that down just a tad bit. So okay, let it cook away for a second. So we're going to go ahead and put that on here for right now. Nice. Go. And so right now with this pan still sizzling up, and so we're going to add a little garlic. Okay, and we're going to add the asparagus. Let's put some asparagus in there too. Okay. Slide through here. Get it close up. Color on that. We want to have a little color on the garlic, roasting it. So we're going to add a little bit of tomatoes in there too. Okay, beautiful. Nice color to the vegetable, everything there. So we're just going to let that cook a little bit, and a little bit of salt. We're also going to put some lemon in there. You want to grab that, Scott? Put it in there. Fresh squeezed lemon, excellent. And we're going to put some white wine in there. A little for the food, a little bit for me. So we're going to let that reduce a little bit. So in there you're seeing all the flavors. It's pulling all those flavors at the bottom of the pan when we're pan searing. And so we're getting a lot of nice steam. And what we're going to do is put that right on top of just put it right on top of the asparagus. Cross it, like that. And then what we can do is like this. Just let it steam for a second, okay? That'll finish off the fish. And then it'll also, the sauce will reduce. And so what we're going to do is we'll have a nice plate presentation and a delicious meal. So as that's finishing up, we'll talk about some of the other effects. So like tomatoes, for example. This is interesting that tomatoes alone are good anti-inflammatory, but when you combine them with olive oil, it enhances it even more. It's like it kicks it up another notch for those inflammatory chemicals that'll help reduce inflammation in your body. So the two of them together form that knockout punch. So a little bit warm here. This is looking fantastic. So we'll get a peek into here. See that juice just like, that was good. So got a nice little presentation there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to work on our plate presentation. So we'll grab one of these other ones. And you got a nice little plate there. So we got this mix here. So if I don't spread it all over the place, right? So we're just going to put a little bit of delicious rice component on here. And it's like I said, this is a great item too. You usually get about 2-3 portions per bag. It's great. You can reuse a little bit. You can reuse it. So great opportunity. So we got some nice brown rice here, organic rice with some herbs and spices. So great food there. So what we're going to do now, okay, we're letting this finish off cooking. And we're going to take this over the top like that. How's that look so far? Not bad, right? Oh, you know what? We take that off for 1 second. I know. You know, let's push this. Let's knock this up even for presentation wise. Knock it up a notch, okay? So we got this nice asparagus here, and so this asparagus is pretty cool. You could do some cool things with it. But what do you say? We could have just stuck it there on the plate, right? The salmon over the rice or on the side, but you know, you want to make it look awesome too. So you don't necessarily have to do this, but if you're having some company over and you're wanting to show off your skills a little bit, this is a great way to do it. So just by, you know, it's the same ingredients, it's just that you're taking it up a notch. So we're going to take that, we're going to put a little bit of rice up on top of there like this. Okay. So that looks awesome like that. So then we'll make room for our salmon. Oh, that looks wonderful. So, and then we have our tomato dish here. Put a little bit over there, tomatoes. Over the top, oh, some of the asparagus left over. They're trying to get in on the action. So, and then just a little bit of that drizzle, that sauce. Okay, there we go. So, can you grab a couple of forks and knives? There should be some right over in that area in the drawers. So there we have it. There's a great lunch or dinner item, and it's great for or food medicine. It's, you know, I kind of consider us being the doctors of food, and so we have some great opportunities here for healthy eating and things. If you suffer from inflammation, you might want to try some of these foods I mentioned earlier to help combat that. Instead of reaching for the ibuprofen, you might be able to just, what your diet consists of, prevent some of that. So here we go. Let's have a taste. Anybody want to step up here?
All right, this looks delicious, Mark. I can't wait to try.
Oh, excellent.
So I thank you again for joining us today on our virtual wellness series. You know, again, we're so very lucky to have such talented team members right here within our own heritage community. I wish you could smell this at home. You're definitely going to want to try this and make this yourself. But again, I appreciate you all tuning in for our virtual wellness series. Be sure to check out the active lifestyle and the mindfulness segments as well. And again, cheers.
There you go. What do you think?
Thank you. That's delicious. Thanks, Mark.